News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 46 is also brought to you by Humana, serving the community. Please stop in at 1397 South Loop Road on the corner of Loop and Highway 160.
Tonight on News 46, a Pahrump man is arrested following a theft in Henderson. And couples save money by getting married locally. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Henderson police investigate a burglary that happened over there right here in Pahrump. It's Friday, January 26th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. The city of Henderson was missing some of their tools. Police say one person who moved to Pahrump in November had possession of the items. Robert Vokes has been arrested for possession of stolen property at the location of South Leslie Street here in Pahrump on January 24th. According to the declaration of arrest, a police officer with the City of Henderson Police Department responded to Henderson River Mountain Park, located in Henderson, in reference to a burglary. Upon arrival, they made contact with a City of Henderson Parks and Recreation employee who stated that he noticed that the maintenance building was open and the items were missing. The employee described the items as being maintenance-type tools, one being a Echo blower and chainsaw, a hedge trimmer, two separate cordless drill sets, two 5-gallon safety cans with fuel, a socket set, a air compressor, and an air impact gun and socket set. The estimated value of the items taken were between $2,200 and $2,800. Upon investigation, a Henderson police officer conducted an online pawn check for the items that were stolen, which revealed several items being pawned at two different Easy Pawn locations under the name of Robert Vokes. Officers went to the two different locations and verified that the items, in fact, were the items that were stolen from the Henderson maintenance shed. They also reviewed video footage that identified the subject who had pawned the items to be Robert Vokes after a review of his recent booking photo. A records check revealed that Robert, in fact, lived in Henderson and that police had had contact with him previously 7 times in the past. Henderson police received a search warrant of the home, and along with Henderson problem-solving unit detectives and Henderson SWAT officers, served the search warrant on the location. They made contact with Robert's son, who stated that Robert no longer lived there and in fact lived with his wife here in Pahrump. Nye County Sheriff's deputies made contact with Robert Vokes off of Leslie Street, who admitted to pawning the items but said that he had found them in a dumpster in Henderson. Police say that Vokes denied consent to search the area. However, they applied for a search warrant and were granted one by Judge Kent Jasperson. A search of the residence resulted in the recovery of a socket set on the kitchen counter and 3 Henderson Police Department shoulder patches on the living room counter. In the rear of a Chevrolet Tahoe, police say there was a red 5-gallon safety can, which was reportedly stolen from Henderson. Robert Vokes was transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center, where he was booked for 2 counts of possession of stolen property. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. We have a correction in yesterday's report of a mountain lion that was allegedly spotted on the south side of town near Floyd Elementary School. News 46 was contacted by Nye County Animal Control last night, who told us the information received and then confirmed by a Nye County official was incorrect. The mountain lion spotted near a school was in fact on the north side of town near Mann's Elementary School. Earlier this week, the Nye County Sheriff's Office asked that the Nye County School District staff put out a warning to parents and students about a mountain lion that was spotted on the north side of town. The mountain lion has been reportedly seen in the area of Mann's Elementary School off Harris Farm Road. Nye County Animal Control officers and sheriff's deputies responded to the area but were unable to verify or confirm the sighting. Are you, your friends, or your family suffering from the flu? All states are now confirming a major flu outbreak, except for Hawaii. Healthcare Partners Dr. Stephen Andraki talks about this season's virus.
Well, the first thing you do is to prevent from getting the flu. Always prevention is the best thing. How do you prevent it? Get the flu shot. It's very simple. But some people don't want to get the flu shot. I have conversations on a daily basis about people getting immunization. So first is to understand that if you want to prevent getting sick, you should try and get immunized. You should get immunized for this. Because once you get sick, we have very limited resources and very limited things we can do for you. So number one. Number two is that you should stay away from people who are sick, who are coughing. Three is you wash your hands and you have good hygiene. I tell people when they come to our doctor's office, by the doors we have hand sanitizers. Sanitize your hands when you're leaving, because just touching the door handles and some of the surfaces in the doctor's office is a really good place to get sick. So prevention is the first thing you do with the flu shot, with staying away from sick people. And if you do have the flu, the best thing to do is to make sure anybody who's coming in contact with you is doing the same thing, washing their hands and taking preventative actions. Just being in the same room doesn't mean that you're going to get it. However, if you get in contact with respiratory particles, sneezing, coughing, those particles can make you infected, and then it continues to spread. That's the way flu spreads. One person gets it, one person can get it, for instance, in Beijing or Hong Kong, come to the United States, and then all of it spreads throughout the United States, and it's passed from person to person. So good hygiene protection can really make a big difference for you getting ill. And for instance, one person in the family can get it, and doesn't mean that everybody else is going to get it. It just presents differently in groups of people. We don't understand why.
Can you get the flu from a flu shot?
You cannot get the flu from the flu shot. The flu shot says inactivated. And by the way, there's no mercury, there's no thimerosal. There is none in a flu shot unless it's a multi-dose, and we don't have those. So you're not going to get sick from the flu shot.
Why does the CDC look over at Hong Kong and stuff to determine what we're going to be getting here in the United States?
Fascinating question. It's a fascinating process they go trying to find what type of flu strain, what type of specific virus is coming from what parts of the world that seems to be able to be strongly symptomatic in humans. So, for instance, they're looking at livestock, they're looking at ducks and geese, and they get flus also. And if that is an outbreak in another country, and they send teams out to say, what is this? They identify what this is and say, is this going to be virulent? Is this going to be causing symptoms in humans? What's the chances? So it's a group of people that then meet and say, we think these are the most common ones that can come to the United States and cause it. So it changes every year, and there's so much work that goes behind trying to figure out what type of strains that they need to manufacture. It takes a year to ramp up and to produce all this vaccine and then to distribute it in the United States. It's really an amazing process for people who are trying to protect the humans from getting the flu in that particular season.
We'll have your Business First brief and another tragic school shooting right after this break.